Oh, hi there. I just happen to be looking over some different areas where nerves can become stretched, compressed, and or irritated. These, of course, would be secondary areas, also known as compensations. Compensations over time can actually become their own problem as well. But looking at the primary area, where nerves can become stretched, compressed, and or irritated, let's take a closer look again. Here again is the skeleton, and from the side view, you can see that there are curvatures. There's the cervical curve, the thoracic curve, as well as the lumbar curve of the spine. The curvatures there again are there in order to absorb and dissipate energy or stress that's placed upon the spine. Over time, your body can suffer from repetitive stress and strain, fatigue, or direct trauma, causing nerves to become unfortunately stretched, compressed, and or irritated, leading to symptoms such as headaches, neck pain, back pain, lower back pain, sciatica, numbness and tingling, and also loss or diminish of function. Well, fatigue is the next thing we're going to talk about. Where does fatigue come from? Hi there, I'm Dr. Kevin here at Bowie Chiropractic. Going to spend a few moments with you today showing you how fatigue can unfortunately place a lot of stress upon our spine, leading to those alignment issues, functional issues, and possible pockets of inflammation that affect our nerves. Nerves have a way of getting stretched, compressed, or irritated, leading to several symptoms such as headaches, neck pain, back pain, lower back pain, sciatica, loss and or diminution of function as well. So let's go ahead and talk about fatigue and what it is. Well, there are three primary areas of health that make up a triad. And this triad, of course, can be affected with stressors. And let's talk about those three different sides. First of all, we have chemical stressors. Then, of course, we have mental stressors. And also we have structural stressors. So let's show you how that looks in a triad. So here is what we call the triad of health. And you can see that all sides are even because they should all balance each other and hold each other up. And ultimately, if we look again at the chemical side, and maybe you can think of some ways that chemistry affects you through environment, is poor diet, dehydration, pollution, toxic overload on the system, viruses, and bacterial health. And then over here on the mental side, and again, if you can think of any other ones to add or maybe take away, you can definitely add that in there as well. And it's how that would put a stress upon the triad of health and your personal triad of health. We have home life, work, family, relationships, responsibilities, finances, noise pollution, lack of sleep. And again, there can be other stressors out there as well. But then ultimately, looking at the bottom here and trying to hold up the structural of the triad, we have structural health or structural stressors that affect us. Bad posture, I'm sure a lot of us have learned and talked about ergonomics and proper ergonomics and helping us keep good posture to keep our nerves from becoming overloaded or stretched or compressed or irritated. We sitting too long of periods, and over-exercise. That's happened before with individuals, adding way too much stress onto their system. And let's see, inappropriate types of exercises that can lead to strain or sprain of tissues. And repetitive strain of injury goes right along with the inappropriate exercise to a certain degree. And poor sleeping posture, such as lying on your stomach and sleeping. I know a lot of people love to be stomach sleepers out there, but that can lead to a lot of stress on the body while trying to sleep. If one of our supporting mechanisms is overloaded, we can no longer support the other two sides of the triad of health. As a result, in some people, the triad collapses on all three levels and our health is compromised. The problem may have occurred in one area, but often we need to address all three sides of the triangle in order to rebalance and enjoy good health. Overall, the imbalance within the triad of health, the chemical, mental, and structural triad, creates fatigue within the stabilizer muscles of the spine. When the stabilizer muscles become more and more fatigued, there's a loss of inhibition to the what we call power muscles or guarding muscles or protective muscles of the spine. Those muscles tend to have a way of allowing shifts to occur, which can allow for alignment, function, and inflammatory issues to occur over time, allowing for nerves to become stretched, compressed, and or irritated. That again can allow for symptoms of headaches, neck pain, back pain, lower back pain, numbness and tingling, sciatica, loss or diminution of function to occur, keeping you from being able to do all the things that you need, love, wish, and want to do. Chiropractic care again is a conservative care, focusing on the alignment, function, and ways to reduce stress or inflammation within the spine. For more information, check out my website, buichiropractic.com.